Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how I saddle my horse today. This is my saddle pad. I make sure that there's nothing on here that's going to hurt her poking out or whatever that's going to make her uncomfortable when I ride or when I put it on. She's already been brushed down. There's nothing on her that's going to interfere with the saddle pad or whatever. I go back here to her butt, make sure it's even with her tail. Then I go up here to her shoulders, and I make sure it's even up here. And then I go back through, and I brush her hair down so it's not sticking up and making her uncomfortable. Make sure that her hair right here isn't cut underneath the saddle pad. And I go grab my saddle. I usually make sure first that there's nothing on this that's poking out. I just go through and inspect it or make sure there's nothing on here. And I pick it up and I bring it over to her and I just throw it over. Take down the cinch or make sure it's still even back here. I go over here, take off the girt, or I let it down. I make sure the end of the saddle right here is even with her tail, just like I did with the saddle pad. Then I let her know that I'm going to come down. I rub her leg first, and then I go to grab the cinch. Girt, whatever. I call it a girt, it's just what I call it. And I know it's the wrong term, but I call it that anyway. So anyhow, stick it through here. And yes, that is May in the background, because I told her she couldn't talk on the video this time. So she's mad at me. Doesn't usually take me this long to saddle because I do it longer, or I do it like record speed. No, I'm just kidding. I do it pretty fast, but just because I'm showing you guys, I'm slowing it down and letting you guys see how I do this. When I do this, I make sure that after I go around a second time and tighten it, that I can still easily get 2 fingers in here. 2 fingers easily in here without me putting just like this. She's not liking me very much. Anyhow, because there's so much excess and I really don't like sticking it up through here. I don't really like sticking it up through here because then it just hangs. I go back through over here, pull it down, and I go back through here on the right side. I pull it up and I stick this back through. And the reason I do that is because there's so much excess, and if this down here were ever to come undone, that I would still have this up here and it would hold the saddle securely. And then I move on to the bridle. This one's kind of hard to get undone because it's kind of stiff. And it's literally the only one that fits her that I have. So, come up here. She's usually a really good, easy bit taker, but sometimes I have to put my finger in there and make her take it. Come on. There we go, good girl. And then when I go to do that and get her ears through, she usually puts her head down for me so I can get it all situated and stuff. And then go over here, tighten this all the way up. Undo the halter. Bring her over here. Bring the reins over. Put her on the saddle. Grab some of her hair. Because if I grab this and I grab this at the same time and I pull myself up, it's going to make the saddle slip. So I grab her hair right here. And put my foot in. 1, 2, 3. Get my feet in. Sometimes the saddle is a little crooked when I get on, so I just pull it over to the right side a little bit. And that is how I saddle a horse. You can stop it now.